Hi, and welcome everybody to another live bone throwing presentation. My name is Helmut. I'm here with Kay Cordell and Whitaker. Hi, Kay.
Hi.
And we are very excited about this. We haven't offered a bone throwing ceremony in quite a while, and we have a great question from a member from our song mentorship program about health. And we started about half an hour ago. We asked the question. We blew the intent of the question onto the bone bundle, onto Kay's bone pieces, and then she threw the bones. She has been studying it for about half an hour, and here's what they have to say. So welcome everybody again. Welcome Kay, and welcome all the bone spirits and all the spirits. And thanks everybody for joining us. Kay?
Hello, everybody. This is always a great honor and a great privilege to be able to throw the bones and talk to the spirits and share that with people. It brings so much healing. A lot of spirits come every time the bone bundle is opened up. And so as long as it's open and out and we're doing the ceremony, they're here in this space and very active and very talkative. And whoever is listening to the bone throw, the spirits are touching all of you in very special ways. Lots of healing on many different levels, different ways for everyone that is present. And that lasts for a good 4 days. So, the bones have to say for this particular throw, they're talking here with this long pointer line. They're moving in this way.
I'm sorry, I just remembered I forgot to read the question. I think we should do that, actually.
We should read that question again. We read it once already when we first threw this. So we forgot. Please, let's hear.
Okay, here goes. I have a bunch of health issues that aren't life-threatening, just annoying, uncomfortable, and inconvenient at times. What do I need to do to really clear up my health so that I may get on with fully living my life and being my song? So that's the question. Sorry.
Thank you.
Continue.
Now that everyone is all on the same page, the bones start talking with this long pointer over here. We have a video camera going, so hopefully that works, and you'll be able to see what this looks like as well. But it's pointing this long line that goes across almost horizontally, and it begins talking about health. That's the very first piece here, health and healing, and it's off. It's askew. It's not in the middle of things. It's not in the body. It's in a position of needing lots of healing, lots of attention. And as we move, this goes through the foot on the right side, and that is all about this. Whole right side is about male energy, linear energy, 3D time space. And it's talking about bringing attention into the 3D time space. This next piece here is about change. It's the death piece. So it's talking about letting go of many things, letting many old things die away, and picking up something new. When something's on the foot, this is how we stand. This is what we're standing on. It's the foundation. It's the pillars that hold up the house, the whole house. So it's very important. The healing, the changes to be made, this has to become part of one's foundation in life. And we follow the line in, we get towards the center here. There's lots of masky things going on, lots of little pieces in here that are talking about masks and stress and different addictions. Addictions to our thoughts, to our blind beliefs and our attitudes, and addictions in this case to things that we consume, things that we put on our body. And that's a very big, important piece here within this entire throw, with the whole context, things that you put in your body and on your body. The Whitakers and the spirits always talk about that as being medicine. What you put in your mouth and on your body is medicine. It's not frivolous. And we need to be thoughtful and careful about how we do that. What do we put inside our body and on our skin, on our hair? Today, an awful lot of products have a lot of poison, and that's going to be a major issue in how we are able to maintain our health. What we're putting on our skin and our hair and in our body, it goes in the body, goes straight through the skin, soaks in. We're swallowing it. It stays. A lot of that stuff stays in the body because our body doesn't know what to do with all these strange items, these toxins and poisons and things that we're calling food but really aren't. They're pretend, they're plastic, they're imitation stuff, junk. And here, there's a lot of this that's talked about, and our beliefs and our attitudes toward it. We grow up in our culture being told that these things are just fine and really good for you, but they're not. Here in the middle, right in the very middle of this whole design, this consecutive circles that are here in the middle, and right in the center there is this black triangle. The black triangle is the vulture. And she's in the position of taking on other people's blind beliefs. The words that go with that are should. So we grow up with all this, we should, we must, this is all the way things are, and we shouldn't question any of it. We just have to go along with it. So blind beliefs, shoulds, all this masky stuff are addictions to them. And in the middle here, the stress that it's causing. And that goes on all levels. Physical stress, emotional stress, mental stress. There's a lot of it going on here, very, very central. Lots of confusion about this issue. Things are kind of all haywire, scattered this way and that way. The next thing that the bones talk about is way over here on the left side, off of the whole ground. That's the Mother Earth, and she's upside down to boot. When it's off like that, it means we're not connected to Mother Earth. We've lost our connection. We're not letting any of the life energy from Mother Earth come up through our feet. We're not letting our attention move to the earth, into the earth, to connect with that entity, that being that is our Mother Earth, and share love and share energies, nutrients, information. She's way off. She's been thrown aside. So in this way of living that we have picked up from our current culture, we've thrown Mother Earth away. And we're paying the price. It's a big price in health. The health is way off the ground over on the other side. So when we follow this line, it's created by another one of these pointer bones. This is the second line here. And this is your attention. This is how you're able to focus, what you're focusing on, how you identify yourself. It's all off this body figure. It's off the ground. We're moving back towards this bundle, also in the center, but up just a little higher. Here's the black jaguar upside down. That's about giving power away, acquiescing. Even when you know something is not quite right, we acquiesce. We give our power away. We're taught to do that in our culture for many different issues. But when it comes to health, here the power is being given away a lot, and given away to others. And nearby are other people, folks that have been in your life for most of your life, starting with your parents and those around you, those who have been in a place of influence. And this one is in a position of hostility, of doing things that literally are harmful to you. And we pick up this information from our culture, from our family, about what is health, what is good health, how do we get it, what's good diet, what do we put in our body, on our body, how do we keep ourselves healthy. Right now there's so much bad information out there on the web and in social circles about what is good, what we should be doing. Many, many different kinds of ideas, extremely conflicting, many of them very harmful. This piece is harm and danger. And if we give up our right to choose and our right to investigate and find out for ourselves and experiment and find out truly for ourselves from our own experience what's going to be good for us and what's going to be healthy for us. If we give that away, we're just going to suck up whatever's around. Whoever is telling us to do this, do that, this is the best, you have to do it this way. The bones are saying, don't listen. Don't listen. They talk about the ancestors. The ancestors are here in several different places. We need to look towards the ancestors of our own species from a time and places when they were really, really healthy. What did they do? What were they doing in their lives that made them that healthy? What are they doing that we are not doing? One of the first things is exercise. We're not getting anywhere near the same kind of exercise that these ancestors did. The next is what we're choosing to eat. In this little bundle here, there's the concepts of plant-based diets, vegetarianism, diets that are heavily, heavily based on many different kinds of plants with less and less animal products, and especially animal fat, in the mix. And that, there's a little pointer right there, it's going from here to here, is very dangerous. We certainly do need some plants, and we need good plants, really good, healthy plants that grew in really, really good, healthy soil. Here's the Mother Earth thrown off the board completely. We need to start with our soil, really, really good soil. And our plants and our animals need to come from soil that has been tended to with love and allowed to be utilized with nature to replenish all of the nutrients, all the different kinds of minerals and nutrients that should be in that soil, all the microorganisms and the enzymes and things like that should be in that soil, all the little tiny guys, worms and other bugs and stuff that should be in the soil, making a complete, healthy ecology. That's where we have to start. We have to start with replenishing our soil. Whatever we choose to eat should come from very, very healthy soil. The animals should be eating plants that are grown in that very healthy soil and sunlight. out in the open, sunlight, exercise, real movement. It's lots of activity on the legs and the feet. We need lots of movement. They need movement. They need real sunlight. So as we look at all these different configurations in here, we're talking about how we have given up a lot of our health. Not knowing any better, losing knowledge from one generation to the next through centuries. We're not talking about just a couple of decades, we're talking about many centuries. So, back to the ancestors' diets. What did they eat? What did they eat the most of? They ate a lot of animal products. They ate a lot of animal fats. They ate a lot of animal organs, organ meats. So, if we're not willing to do that, if we're not willing to go back and rearrange how we are dealing with our entire environment, our soil, making sure that things get sunlight, physical activity, proper soil to grow on, and how we are arranging the foods that we eat. What's the ratio? How many carbohydrates and grains and starches are you eating? Our ancestors, most of them, when they had the choices, when there was plenty to eat, they ate very little on the starches and sugar range. Fruits, yes. Different kinds of plants, certainly medicine plants, some roots. Lots of animal products. The animals are running around eating the plants and other animals, and they are collecting many, many nutrients in their tissues if they're allowed to live really, really healthy on a really healthy soil. If we eat those animals and that animal fat and those organ meats, then we're getting a huge concentration of those nutrients. Choosing what kind of other plants to eat on a regular basis, you want things that have a lot of nutrients in them and that have been grown in a way that resembles something more from the wild. Look at the way we've been growing commercially our fruits, our vegetables, even the grains. They're on starved soil. They're forced with many different kinds of chemicals, natural and artificial, to force them to grow bigger and look pretty. But the nutrient content gets lower and lower with every decade. And there's a lot of statistics about that. You can look that up on the web and follow that. You want things that are as if they came from the wild in nature, in a very, very healthy, natural setting. Today, we have so much loss and damage from eating these really nutrient deficient foods and lots of poisons and all those artificial poisons, man-made poisons coming from our environment. We have a lot of cell damage, and we need to make up the difference really fast, and that means some supplements. So here I'm recommending to look into some supplements, some basic range of vitamins and minerals that the body needs and absolutely has to have. When you go to look at these supplements, make sure that the ones that should be coming from animals actually are vitamin D3, vitamin A. You need animal source of vitamin A. A lot of times vitamin A is really beta carotene and other carotenes is not really vitamin A. It's a precursor. It's not the real thing, but they're called the same thing. So you want to make sure that you have the real thing. Animal source vitamin A, animal source vitamin D3, animal source vitamin E, animal source vitamin K. A lot of minerals that get stored in the animal fat and the animal organs. Start researching and find out. Look at different companies. Look at where these things come from and how are they made? How are they produced? Don't ever pick up artificial vitamins at all. Don't bother with them at all. Stay away from foods that are processed and put together by some huge manufacturing company. They're always going to be missing things. All of this means lifestyle change. Lots of lifestyle change. Learning how to do more cooking, being willing to do more cooking and more preparation time. Learning where these foods are coming from. Getting to know your farmers. Buying things directly from the farmers that you know are treating their soil, their animals, and their plants in a proper way, in a way that we had many centuries ago in our wildlands and our soils. So that pretty much covers what the bones have to say about this particular question. And I want to thank you all very, very much. It's always a pleasure and quite an honor. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Kay, and thank you again to the Bone Spirits for sharing. This ends the public part of today's event. We're going to close out the bone throw here. We're going to take a 10-minute break, and then we will have a Q&A with the people from the Song Mentorship. But thank you, everybody, for joining us. And this is always really exciting. I'm sure we're going to do much more of this. And we see you next time. The recording will be available for a little while. We send you the details for that as well. And thanks so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Alrighty.
See you next time. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.